Welcome to week 8 of the course Business Skills, a Global Perspective Part 1. This week we will focus on business legacy and leadership. Listen to this story of Jack Ma, from rejection to resilience. In a modest town called Hangzhou in China, a boy named Ma Yun, later known as Jack Ma, was born in 1964. His parents were traditional musicians and storytellers, earning little, but instilling in him the value of culture and persistence. From a young age, Jack was curious and eager to learn. He often rode his bicycle to the city's only hotel to offer free tours to foreign tourists, just so he could practice his English. It was through these conversations that he learned more than a language. He discovered a world beyond his small city. Despite his hunger for knowledge, Jack Ma struggled academically, especially in math. He failed his primary school exams twice and his middle school exams 3 times. Later, he applied to college and failed the entrance exam twice. In the third attempt, he scraped through and entered Hangzhou Teachers Institute, where he studied English. After graduating, Jack applied to dozens of jobs and faced constant rejection. One story often told was how, out of 24 people who applied to KFC, 23 were accepted except him. Even the police department turned him away, yet Jack Ma never lost hope. He took up a job as a lecturer in English and international trade, earning a modest salary but building the communication skills that would one day define his entrepreneurial style. In 1995, Jack traveled to the United States as a translator. There he was introduced to the internet for the first time. When he searched for beer, he was surprised to see results for American and European products, but nothing from China. This sparked an idea. Jack returned to China and started a simple internet company that created websites for businesses called China Pages. Though it failed, the experience ignited a belief in the digital future. In 1999, Jack gathered 17 friends in his apartment and pitched an idea to build a global marketplace connecting Chinese manufacturers with international buyers. They called it Alibaba. He told his friends, "We are all small, but if we work together, we can make something big." With no background in tech, no coding skills, and no funding from banks, Jack relied on charisma and vision to persuade others. The road was not easy. In the early days, Alibaba faced fierce competition, technical setbacks, and skepticism from investors. Jack's unconventional leadership style, loud, theatrical, and deeply optimistic, often surprised others. But it kept his team united and focused. Jack believed in long-term thinking. He said, "Customers first, employees second, shareholders third." Under this philosophy, Alibaba expanded rapidly. In 2003, it launched Taobao, a consumer customer platform, which eventually bet eBay in China through innovation and deep localization. In 2004, Alipay, the digital payment arm, was launched to resolve trust issues in online transactions, again met with doubt but later hailed as revolutionary. In 2014, Alibaba made history with the world's largest IPO on the New York Stock Exchange, raising $25 billion. Jack Ma became a symbol of modern Chinese entrepreneurship, but he remained grounded. He often said, "Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but day after tomorrow will be sunshine." His story became a guiding light for dreamers around the world. In 2019, Jack stepped down as Alibaba's chairman to focus on philanthropy and education. He founded the Jack Ma Foundation, dedicating resources to rural education, entrepreneurship, and public health. So the moral of the story is, Jack Ma's life story is not one of genius or privilege, but of resilience, vision, and relentless optimism. He turned failures into fuel, rejections into redirection, and humble beginnings into historic success. His journey teaches us that you don't need to be born into wealth or brilliance to change the world. You need belief, courage, and the will to keep going, even when the world says no. Let us now discuss the book Alibaba, the House That Jack Ma Built by Duncan Clark, published in 2016 by Harper Business. Alibaba, the House That Jack Ma Built is a compelling biography cum business analysis that traces the meteoric rise of Alibaba Group. Alibaba Group, one of China's most influential e-commerce companies, and its iconic founder, Jack Ma. Written by Duncan Clark, a long-time China-based investment advisor who witnessed Alibaba's early days. The book provides deep insights into Jack Ma's personality, leadership style, vision, and the political economic ecosystem that shaped Alibaba's growth. Purpose of the book aims to chronicle the founding and rise of Alibaba, provide a portrait of Jack Ma as an unconventional entrepreneur, analyze the Chinese tech industry and business environment, offer lessons in innovation, risk-taking, and strategic vision. About the author, Duncan Clark, British entrepreneur and investment banker, founder of BDA China, a consulting firm, one of the early advisors to Alibaba, deep knowledge of China's digital economy. Structure of the book. The book is divided into three major narrative arcs: Jack Ma's background and early life, humble beginnings in Hangzhou, his fascination with English and foreigners, early failures, rejections, including from KFC and Harvard, and persistence. Second major theme is the birth of Alibaba. Founding of Alibaba in 1999 with 17 friends in a small apartment, overcoming early obstacles like lack of funding, tech infrastructure, and competition. Strategic choices such as focusing on SMEs, that is small medium enterprises. Third theme is growth, globalization, and IPO. Yahoo's investment, conflict with eBay and local competition, Alibaba's record-breaking 2014 IPO on the NYSE, emergence of Taobao, Alipay, and Ant Financial. Key themes and concepts. Jack Ma's visionary leadership. Not a tech expert, but a master communicator and strategist. Believed in empowering small businesses and building trust. Promoted values of teamwork, persistence, and long-term thinking. Alibaba's business model. Marketplace model versus inventory model. That is Amazon. Focus on user trust and ecosystem building. Alipay as a payment solution to overcome trust barriers. China's digital revolution contextualizes Alibaba's rise with China's economic opening. Explores the role of government, regulation, and censorship. Contrasts China's tech giants, that is BAT, Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent, with Western counterparts. Innovation and localization. Alibaba thrived by understanding local markets and behaviors, emphasized relationships, guanxi, and cultural adaptations. Significance of Alibaba: transformed Chinese retail and global e-commerce, set a model for platform-based business, played a major role in financial inclusion in China through Ant Financial. Notable quotes from the book: customers first, employees second, shareholders third. Jack Ma's guiding principle. You should learn from your competitor but never copy. Copy and you die. This is what Jack Ma tells about innovation. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. This book was praised for its clear narrative, insider insights, and balance between biography and business analysis. Some critics noted the lack of deep criticism of Chinese regulatory influences, recognized as one of definitive works on Alibaba's rise and Jack Ma's philosophy. So who should read this book? Entrepreneurs and startup enthusiasts, business students and professionals, readers interested in China's tech economy, and anyone seeking leadership and innovation inspiration. This book could be compared with other prominent books such as The Everything Store by Brad Stone, which is about Amazon and Jeff Bezos, Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, which is about Nike, Made in China by Amelia Pang on manufacturing ethics, Smart Business, What Alibaba's Success Reveals About the Future of Strategy by Ming Zheng. Let us now look at the detailed summary of the book, Alibaba, The House That Jack Ma Built by Duncan Clark. The book is both a biography of Jack Ma and a business chronicle of Alibaba Group, a Chinese e-commerce giant that reshaped the global digital economy. Author Duncan Clark, who met Jack Ma in the company's early days, provides first-hand insights into the company's origins, mass leadership, and China's rapidly transforming economic and political climate. Part 1, The Entrepreneur, The Making of Jack Ma. Humble beginnings. Jack Ma was born in 1964 in Hangzhou, China, to a modest family. He faced rejection and failure early in life, failed university entrance exams twice, was rejected from numerous jobs including KFC. His fascination with English led him to befriend tourists, work as tour guide, and eventually improve his communication and cultural knowledge. Exposure to Internet. A pivotal trip to the US in the 1990s introduced Ma to the Internet. Realizing China's absence online, he was inspired to start a web company for Chinese businesses. His first ventures, including China Pages, failed but laid the foundation for Alibaba. Part 2, The Company, Building Alibaba. Founding Alibaba in 1999. Jack Ma and 17 friends and former students launched Alibaba from his apartment. Alibaba started as a B2B platform to connect Chinese manufacturers with global buyers. Unlike Amazon, Alibaba didn't hold inventory. It enabled others to sell through the platform. Battles with eBay and the rise of Taobao. eBay entered China and posed a threat. In response, Ma launched Taobao in 2003. Taobao, a consumer-focused platform, won market share through free listings, a local-friendly interface, and consumer-first policies. eBay lost ground due to cultural missteps and misunderstanding the Chinese market. Alipay, solving the trust gap. Online transactions lack trust. Jack Ma launched Alipay, a third-party payment platform, to act as a escrow system. Though controversial, even illegal at first, Alipay became a cornerstone of Alibaba's ecosystem and later evolved into Ant Financial. Yahoo strategic investment in 2005. Yahoo invested $1 billion for a 40% stake in Alibaba, a turning point. It gave Alibaba financial strength and credibility, helping it dominate China's e-commerce landscape. Later tensions arose between Ma and Yahoo over control and business direction. Part 3, The Empire, Going Global and the IPO. IPO and Global Expansion. In 2014, Alibaba held the largest IPO in history on the New York Stock Exchange, raising $25 billion. The company now encompassed multiple platforms: Alibaba.com, Taobao, Tmall, Alipay, AliCloud, etc. The IPO signaled China's tech maturity and Jack Ma's global ambition. Jack Ma's philosophy and leadership. Jack Ma's core principles are customers first, employees second, shareholders third. He valued storytelling, vision, and a belief in long-term impact over short-term profits. He often likened Alibaba to a mission rather than just a company. Key themes in the book: persistence and adaptability. Jack Ma faced repeated failures and rejections but consistently adapted and innovated. Localization versus globalization. Alibaba succeeded where eBay failed by understanding Chinese users, adapting culturally, and building trust. Entrepreneurial spirit in China. The book explores the unique challenges of building a private tech company in a state-controlled economy. Digital ecosystems. Alibaba became more than an e-commerce firm. It built a digital infrastructure including payments, cloud computing, logistics, and finance. Ethics and power. Ma's decision to restructure Alipay without Yahoo's consent and the blurred lines between business and state in China are controversial yet revealing. Jack Ma emerged as a symbol of entrepreneurial success in modern China. Alibaba challenged Western tech dominance and reshaped digital commerce in Asia. However, Ma's outspoken nature and increasing influence later brought him under political scrutiny. Hinted at in the book's closing reflections. Duncan Clark leaves readers with a cautionary tale. Innovation in China flourishes under state tolerance but also under its watchful eye. Why the book matters. A must read for anyone interested in entrepreneurship, e-commerce, Chinese economy, digital innovation, or leadership psychology. It's not just a corporate success story, it's a portrait of modern China, showcasing how vision, culture, politics, and technology interact. Let us now look at the chapter-wise summary of Alibaba, the house that Jack Ma built by Duncan Clark. Prologue, The Crocodile in the Yangtze. Introduces Jack Ma's rise to fame, comparing him to a crocodile in the Yangtze who succeeded by mastering local waters rather than competing globally too early. Sets the tone for the book, a mix of biography, business strategy, and the story of modern China's tech boom. Chapter 1, Beginnings. Jack Ma Yan, was born in 1964 in Hangzhou, China. Came from a modest family background during the Cultural Revolution. Early interest in English, learned by offering free tours to foreigners, earning him the nickname Crazy Jack. Builds his identity through communication and storytelling rather than technical expertise. Chapter 2, Hope and Coming to America. Ma's fascination with the West grows. He gets his first opportunity to visit the US in 1995. Discovering the internet for the first time in Seattle shocks him. He can't find any information about China online. The idea of building China's digital presence is born, starts a web company, China Pages, but it fails due to lack of government support and control by state-run firms. Chapter 3, China is coming on. China's entry into the WTO and gradual economic liberation opens up space for private enterprise. Jack realizes small businesses are underserved by tech giants and banks. Recognizes the power of internet to connect producers and buyers. Begins building the concept of a B2B online marketplace for Chinese SMEs, that is small and medium enterprises. Chapter 4, The Iron Triangle. Ma forms Alibaba in 1999 with 17 co-founders in his apartment. Creates the foundational Iron Triangle of Alibaba: e-commerce platform, logistics, and financial services. He uses culture and team spirit as competitive advantages over competitors. Chapter 5, Opens his Same. Alibaba gains traction and credibility. Jack Ma's charisma attracts investors, but American VCs are skeptical of the China market. Focus remains on connecting Chinese manufacturers with overseas buyers. The name Alibaba is chosen for its global recognition, and opens is a metaphor of unlocking opportunity. Chapter 6, Bubble and Back. Dot-com bubble bursts, many of Alibaba's peers collapse. Despite economic turbulence, Ma doubles down on Alibaba's core model, focuses on creating value rather than making quick profits, builds team morale through storytelling and persistent optimism. Chapter 7 Backers, Goldman and SoftBank. In 2000, Alibaba secures a $20 million investment from SoftBank's Masayoshi Son, a major breakthrough. This funding helps Alibaba scale rapidly and resist foreign competition like eBay. Partnership with SoftBank cements Jack Ma's reputation in global tech circuits. Chapter 8 Icon or Icarus. Jack Ma becomes a national business icon. At the same time, challenges loom: how to monetize the platform, secure user trust, and handle growing regulatory attention. Cultural branding. For example, employee songs, slogans strengthens internal identity. Chapter 9 Rabbit versus Crocodile. eBay enters China, buying EachNet and seeking to dominate the C2C market. Ma responds by launching Taobao in 2003, a platform for individual buyers and sellers. He positions himself as the agile rabbit fighting a corporate crocodile. Chapter 10 Yahoo's billion dollar bet. In 2005, Yahoo invests $1 billion for a 40% stake in Alibaba, a defining moment that saves Alibaba and boosts its growth. The partnership is both a blessing and a source of future tensions. Chapter 11 Frenemies. Alibaba's relationship with Yahoo soars due to misalignment in corporate values and strategy. Conflict over Alipay. Ma transfers ownership of Alipay to a Chinese entity without Yahoo's approval, citing regulatory pressure. Sparks criticism, but also shows Ma's ability to navigate China's regulatory system. Chapter 12 Growing Pains. Alibaba's expansion into logistics, Kenyao, cloud computing, Aliyun, and digital finance and financial. Faces criticism over counterfeit goods and must address quality control. Internal pressures grow as Alibaba prepares for a public offering. Chapter 13 Icon. Jack Ma becomes a global celebrity, seen as the face of China's entrepreneurial renaissance. Focuses on long-term vision, social responsibility, and environmental sustainability. Emphasizes empowering small businesses and consumers. Chapter 14 Going Public. In 2014, Alibaba launches the largest IPO in history on the New York Stock Exchange, raising $25 billion. Marks Alibaba's emergence as a global player. Jack Ma becomes the richest man in China and a symbol of China's digital transformation. Chapter 15 Legacy. Examines Jack Ma's future ambitions, education, philanthropy, and environmental causes. Reflects on the increasing tensions between tech giants and the Chinese government. Leaves open questions. Can Alibaba stay innovative? Will the state tighten control? Jack Ma steps down as CEO but remains a visionary figure. Epilogue offers a retrospective look at Alibaba's journey and hints at the challenges ahead, especially in terms of regulation, global expansion, and succession. It suggests that Jack Ma's legacy lies not just in Alibaba's business success but in changing the face of entrepreneurship in China. Final takeaways: Jack Ma's success is built on vision, storytelling, persistence, adaptability, and cultural intelligence. Alibaba's story is one of local innovation, global ambition, and navigating complexity in a one-party state. The book offers not only a business case study but also a window into China's rise in digital world.